Welcome back, everybody, to the Bitter Wolf Cave. I am Isaiah Swanson. I'm the spokeshuman of the Bitter Wolf. That's how I'm going to be introducing myself from here henceforth. Is that a term? Welcome back to the Bitter Panelists, as I've been calling you.
Hey, everybody. I am Mike and Cereal. That's Cereal like the killer, not the box. And I do a lot of things pertaining to found footage. You can find me on the Voices from the Mausoleum YouTube channel doing Found Footage Fridays, and then I will probably be expanding into some other stuff on that channel. You can also find me on Rise from the Dead podcast, where me and my co-hosts talk about more older and obscure horror films, where we just kind of do a plot summary and we just discuss and dissect the crap out of those movies. The last movie we did was The Paperboy, and that was so much fun. You all need to watch that movie and then the episode. But yeah, and then I do a lot of things for Found TV as well, which is a found footage subscription service. But that's everything that I do.
I don't think you do enough, to be quite honest with you. Who are your co-hosts on Rise from the Dead and Voices from the Mausoleum?
Yes, so Voices from the Mausoleum, my co-host is Angel, and then you can find her, all of the socials will be Voices from the Mausoleum, as well as my co-host from Rise from the Dead. My co-host is Ash to Ashes and Just Germs. Again, all three of these people were a big part of my content creation journey, so when you can, find their stuff and give them a follow.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, Our Life in Horror. Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Brendan.
I'm Sam.
And yeah, we do all YouTube stuff.
Yep, live shows. You do physical media.
Physical media hauls.
It's been a minute since I've been on, so
Yeah, this is almost Sam's return here.
reviews.
We do reviews, short and live reviews. We're usually checking out all the new movies that come out.
Yep.
We also do He Made Me Watch and She Made Me Watch, which Sam comes back in September officially. So we'll be getting right back into that with a He Made Me Watch.
I already know what I'm making him watch after that because I'm on it.
Can you tell us?
Yeah. Well, do you know what you're making me watch?
Don't know if I'm 100% on The Mummy from 1999.
Ooh, what?
Fun.
You haven't seen that?
It's one of the movies that scarred me as a kid, and I don't remember it. I just remember the Beatles scene.
Yeah, so like I was thinking we could go back.
I know Mike remembers that scene.
Sure do.
So
I was kind of hoping we could go back and revisit some childhood trauma, and maybe you could face your fears.
yeah, and then I'm gonna make him watch Saltburn because he does not want to watch it, and I think it is so good.
I just don't know if I have any interest in it. That's why I don't want to watch it. But
Same, Brendan. I have not seen it, and I don't
You
think I have
haven't
any
seen it,
interest
Mike?
in it.
I don't think I need to see somebody drink some splooge water or whatever, bathtub water or whatever he's drinking. You know what I mean?
He
Like
doesn't
that's
drink, he licks it. He doesn't drink. I like that.
I just want to make him get weirded out because I know it's going to make him feel uncomfortable the entire movie. It's like weirdly erotic the whole time too, and it's weird though.
Sure
but I
it
like
is.
weird.
Yeah.
Last time we saw you was not the Bitter Bugs, as I thought. But Brendan, when was the last time we saw you?
It was transportation horror.
We've done transportation terror. We've done the Bitter Bugs. What else did we do, Mike? Do you
Dead
remember?
Ants review.
Yes. We're finally the long-awaited panel. Sick Shit is the name of this panel. What we're going to do is we have some different categories. We have slashers, savage slashers, fucked up found footage, brutal body horror, mad monsters. I have to cut that part out. Mad monsters, sordid survival, sick psychology, and dishonorable mentions for those that you don't think fit into neatly into any of those categories. And we have some games and things in between. So we have quite an evening and weekend ahead of us. So strap in, folks. It's going to be a long haul. What is sick? Did we do that yet? What is
No.
sick? Mike, what do you think?
So yeah, and kind of how you said, sick can mean different things to different people, and it can mean different things to the same person, such as myself, because I think there's definitely different in horror. There is like the sick and depraved, like things that you can't believe you're watching. It causes such a visceral reaction from you. You may it may be put some type of like disdain on you where you don't want to see this again because it's sick. There's also like cool sick, like stuff that's gory or something that's so wildly outlandish and insane that you're like, this is sick. I can't believe someone thought of this. Like, what is wrong with them? But I love them for this. And then sick can also to me just be like same thing, but a little different reaction of like, I can't believe someone thought of this. Why are we doing this? Like, what is wrong with you? Not complimentary. So those are the ways that I view sick, and you'll see the different ways in my picks as we go.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a great description. You can think about it in a lot of different ways. What do you guys think, Sam and Brenda?
Yeah, he nailed it. I basically think it can mean many things as well. Either like something that's super nasty visually or in how you feel can make you sick to your stomach, bleak. But then, like Mike said, it can also be like, that's so sick, like that's so cool. Like he said, with like either gore or whatever it is that we think is sick or cool. And it could also be like shock factor in some instances, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
That's sick. Yeah.
I don't even know how I follow any of that up. I think they defined it pretty well. By the time you get to me, I think I don't have any more input really. I even wrote a little blurb. and everything they said was in my book.
Say your speech.
Oh,
yes, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh boy. So what is sick? For me, it is body horror or some cosmic horror as well. The ripping of the fingernails, teeth, ears, and eyes, as well as peeling of the skin, body transformed into something ungodly, showing the audience the pain of the transformation is up close in detail with practical effects.
What do you mean you can't follow us up? That was awesome. That was
beautiful.
sick.
That was sick.
I took this sick as in like I'm gonna watch it and it's gonna make me feel sick. I definitely didn't go for like this movie's gonna be fucking rad, bro. You know, like I didn't take it as that. So all my movies are gross.
Okay.
All right. So we start out with our first category here is savage slashers. Mike, you want to give us a start?
Sure. Maybe I'll go with the specific installment because this is a franchise that people very much know as sick, but I don't want to steal people's picks in case they have something. Mine is Terrifier 3. When I think of sick slashers, I'm with you. I think of moments in many slashers, but not the movie itself as sick, with the very exception of the Terrifier franchise. I think each movie is sick, and each movie gives me a different form of sick. So I'm going with Terrifier 3 because I actually love this movie. And so I think it's sick, but I also think there are moments that are very, very sick and depraved, and who the hell is coming up with this? So definitely have to give my pick to for Savage Slasher to Terrifier 3. And are we doing our moments right now?
Yeah, you can share a moment if you'd like to. Yeah.
So then basically for me, there's many, many moments in all of these movies that make the movie sick. But for me, there is a scene in Terrifier 3. Spoilers, everyone. Skip to the next 10 seconds if you don't want to hear it. One of the characters pleasures themselves with a shard of glass.
Yeah.
And that just was, with a movie that was so exceptionally vulgar, gory, gross, sick, that just was like ingrained into my brain because I have not seen people do that, with an exception of like a movie, and I won't say it in case it gets brought up again, but it's been a long time since I've seen something similar, and I think they just took inspiration from that movie and just amplified it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's a great moment, and very, you can like, I mean, you can sort of feel it in a way. But it's really, really visceral, and that character is also just so like disgusting in a lot of ways, and so that just adds to it, and the fact that she's taking pleasure in it just enhances it. And I know the other scene that you're referring to, and it makes me wish that I'd had religious horror as a category, but we'll talk about it later. What do you think, Sam and Brendan?
That was a good one. I'm so happy that you brought up that scene because Vicky was my favorite part of that movie because of how sick she was.
I know you liked every bit of that. Those parts. I was sitting in the theaters. I was shocked
because I like shock factor when it's done well.
She's the reason why I love that movie, because I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise, but I love that movie, and she's my standout.
When she talks in the mirror to herself and like does like the weird tongue thing and everything, I'm like, fuck, you're gross. I love it.
She is the star. She is the star of that movie, I think. Do you have a favorite moment in Terrifier 3 since we're on it already?
Well, other than that one, I'll go with the tube with the mice in the mouth. Oh, it's so hard to watch. So hard to watch.
It is.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll go with the liquid nitrogen.
Ooh,
the Santa Claus. Yeah.
I love that. I think that was like one of my favorite moments in that movie too, Brendan. But the Sam, the rat scene, I think that would be David Howard Thornton's pick too, because isn't that the scene that made him almost puke on the set when they were filming it?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it was. It's brought up a lot.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame him.
Yeah. I can't imagine having to do that scene.
No.
Right. It's
I'd be like, stunt double, your turn.
I think it was the fact that puke was involved in the scene that made him want to puke as well. And I think for me, that's one of the things that I consider to make me feel sick as well. Whenever I'm watching it in a movie, for some reason in real life, it doesn't bother me as much, but in a movie, it just makes me queasy. And maybe it's because I also like am constantly eating while I'm watching stuff. So it could be that as well. Okay, let's see. Any other? Oh, I thought of something that was sick in the cool sense, and also in the sense of like, if you really think about it, because we get desensitized with things that are happening on screen. Really, all of this is sick when you think about it, because we're dealing with murder a lot of the time here. But I was watching Dario Argento's opera the other day, and I was sitting there thinking, how sick and how twisted is it that he's making this person sit there and watch him do these things for fear of like having these needles go into her eyes and rip them apart. And that's like so fucked up. You know, it's like a mixture of Saw and Phantom of the Opera or something, but it's to me that was pretty sick. Another sick moment I thought was from this is a slasher for sure, is Jack Frost, which the moment I'm thinking of is in the bathtub scene with what's her name? Shannon Elizabeth or Elizabeth Shannon?
Yeah, the other
way. That's right. I was like, wait a second, which way is it? Yeah, with the carrot scene, I was like, that just there. I like bad taste things, you know. That one to me somehow just goes a little bit overboard in terms of trying to be funny, because it's like so horrific, but it's played with like a clown soundtrack to it. So to me, that definitely qualifies as sick.
I'm glad you brought that up. I actually don't really like that movie because of that scene. And like, I watch a lot of like, I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left. I love all those movies, but it's because they're not making fun of it. Right. You know, so I think it's when they make it funny, I'm like, I don't know about this.
Any other slasher examples?
Yeah. I'm going to bring up a French film that usually gets categorized under home invasion, but I definitely see her as a slasher villain, Inside.
Yes.
I specifically am going to go with the ending. This is a big spoiler. It's the ending, but the pregnant girl gets cut open, basically. And it's very bloody and nasty, and you see the scissors, and she puts the scissors in the belly button, and like the whole scene is just done so well and gross and sick.
Yes.
Sam,
Great-
our
great choice.
minds, because it's under my slashers to go around again, because it was like, it's home invasion, but that's a slasher movie.
It's a
There's
slasher,
like
yeah.
the body count is like 7 or 8 in that movie, so that's a
Right?
slasher.
And the
Yeah.
house is completely white, and then there's just blood all over the walls. Even she's wearing white and everything. So love it.
And that scene was my pick too, so I definitely agree.
Hey.
That's a great choice. Brendan, you have another choice?
I do. I got the Hills of Eyes remake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't even think
Yeah,
about that.
fuck.
It's
There's
always the
lots
one
of
I go
good
to
choices
first.
in those movies. Jesus Christ.
I know. This film has many instances of bloody, of body horror, but whether it's ripping your finger from underneath of an axe, or the body abnormalities, or the villains,
Yep.
everyone can agree that the trailer scene holds the horror of this film.
Mhm.
Yep. That's the
I
truth.
don't really want to spoil it, just in case nobody has like ever gone back and like I don't know. I feel like this is a big remake of the time, and I think it's getting more and more steam over time. So like, I'm afraid that
Yeah.
like people haven't seen this movie, and then they go back and they're like, "What? This was 2006? I think it was. This is fucked up."
Yeah,
Yep.
the RV scene is nuts.
It's fucking intense. Yeah. It's like,
It is.
and that's a really good remake, because I really like the OG as well. And I thought the remake was just as impactful, if not more so, in a lot of ways. Like the fire on the guy getting burned alive and stuff. It's so intense. Mike, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say, because we brought that movie up during our the best of the 2000s episodes that we did, and I shared on your guys' channel that movie was probably my first ever anxiety attack in
Oh, wow.
theaters, and that's where like I had the emotional support pop.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because yeah, that movie, I was not, it was so much at once, and I don't think I've ever experienced so much anxiety at one time, because that was a long scene. It kept going and going, and I was just stressing out, and I chugged a whole large pop within like a minute, because I just could not catch my breath. I could not stay still. Like I was just, that movie is sick. And I still remember that moment. I don't know if I'll ever truly rewatch the movie because of it,
Okay.
but I want to,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm like, I heard it's a great movie. I don't know if I
It's
can
good.
put myself through that trauma again.
But that's like a
Watch
great
it.
see, that's like Brendan said, watch it. That's a great way to get a horror fan to watch the movie. So nice call. Good call, Brendan. Any other savage slashers from anybody?
I have a good savage slasher moment.
Yeah.
The movie and franchise itself is a little leaning on the comedy, so I won't say the whole thing is sick, but it definitely has sick moments, and I think a lot of us are fans, or were at one point fans of it. Gotta go with Hatchet.
Oh yeah.
And in the first movie, I have to go with one of my favorite kills of all time. It is very, very sick. And this movie is very old, so I have no problem saying it. When he just like rips the person's head apart from the jaw, like, definition of sick. Sick in a
So
grocery
good.
and sick in that's freaking sick.
Iconic.
Mhm.
That was the moment that I fell in love with the Hatchet franchise, and it was like the first time I'd ever seen anything like that on the screen. Honestly, like we've seen heads explode, we see people smash heads or squeeze heads till they explode and things, but I'd never seen like, and it's basically Jason Voorhees standing there too, doing it. So it's just like a beautiful thing. That's a great moment. It's super sick. And also seeing Tony Todd later, whenever he gets, is he the guy who gets his like head ripped out, but his spine comes out with it, and he throws it into the trees or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many, just like so many extreme kills.
The kills are gnarly in that whole franchise.
Oh, Felissa Rose has an insane one, and Victor Crowley. Do you remember hers?
I don't remember.
No, I don't remember.
We're watching
The
it soon.
Yeah.
The phone, right?
The phone.
Yeah. Does he jam it through her mouth?
Yeah.
James
Okay,
jams
I
it
remember
in
that now.
through the mouth. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Great job, Victor Crowley. You are a sick motherfucker. All right, let's go. Are we ready to move on, or are there any other final entries that you want for Savage Slashers?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'll just bring up the Laid to Rest movies. I don't have a specific moment because I haven't watched them in a while, but I do remember the kills being quite like visceral and stuff. But I can't really bring up a moment because it's been a while.
Yeah, that's a good call,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, those were
Did you have
aggressive kills.
I don't have anything else. Nope.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to our next category, which is fucked up. Beep, beep, whichever I have to keep in there. Found footage. All right, I know Sam is not the biggest fan of found footage, but were you able to find something for this category, Sam?
Oh, yeah, I was.
Okay, great. I think found footage
I know
has
what it's
lots
gonna
of good
be.
examples. So, Mike, we're gonna save you for last, okay? And then
Found footage king over there.
yeah, well, I was like, let's save him for last. I wanted to throw out one that I just watched, and then I'll move on to Sam and Brendan. But one that I just watched like last week or the week before was Hate Crime from. Did you see that, Mike?
I have not, because I read up on it and I'm like, I'm gonna watch it, but I know that I gotta be in an okay space to watch it.
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, it's like 2012 or something like that, I think. And honestly, I put it on because I was like, I'm drifting off, but I've got another hour in me, and it's about an hour to hour and 10 minutes. It's pretty short, but you feel every fucking minute of that movie. It starts from the very second it starts, and it ends at the very last second, and it's like exhausting. So it's extremely brutal. It's extremely loud and chaotic, and yeah, Sam, you might watch it and enjoy it. I don't know. Brendan will not enjoy that movie. Mike, I don't know.
I don't think I will, and I think it's in the name. Hate Crime.
Actually,
Yeah, I
now
mean,
that I'm
it's like-
thinking about it.
But
So, that's why
honestly,
I'm
like that. Obviously, that was like a. Do I really have this in me? It took me several viewings to get through it, and I only did it because I was like, I'm a completionist. So, all right, that's all I have to say about that. All right, take it away. Our Life in Horror. What is sick, fucked up found footage to you?
Do you want me to start? Or...
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up Megan is Missing. People hate to talk about this one on Twitter, but I think it is one of the most effective found footage movies personally, because I'm a 90s baby and I was on the chat rooms or whatever they're called, the chat rooms when I was a kid, and I definitely shouldn't have been, but I was talking to strangers, and like this movie just feels so 90s, and people are like, oh my god, this movie's so boring and then so bad at the end and like brutal, and it's like, it wasn't boring to me because I felt like I was like in my childhood watching it, and then obviously what happens at the end is absolutely brutal. Don't really want to talk about it that much, but there are images that I can never get out of my head. I'll leave it at that. So that is the one I will bring up.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think you can really talk about sick shit without mentioning that movie, especially in the found footage category. It's that's a movie I will only ever see once, and it's burned into your brain. Anyone want to talk about Megan is Missing?
Just that it's on my no watch list because of how much I heard about it. But I do, just bringing up, because we talked about the discourse on it, and it is one of those, obviously you are going to have people that don't understand, or like myself, I don't want to watch it because of what I've heard about it. At the same time, I hear, and Sam's not alone in her thought process on it, there's a lot of people who found it very effective. And it is something that they want to show other people, because it, even though the times have changed and the chat rooms have changed, it is still a very relevant conversation of strangers on the internet, strangers in our daily lives kind of thing, that you always need to be careful. So again, I won't watch it, but I knew that movie was going to get brought up, but it was still on my list, because you're right, you can't talk about effed up stuff, sick shit, without, in the found footage genre, without talking about that movie.
I still think about that crap when I'm selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I'm like, I have to meet up with this person. I usually do it with you, but like, the internet's a scary place.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, like we just grew up in the perfect time where like this movie was set to be the most relevant. And the ending sequence is like 15-20 minutes long. So it's definitely drawn out, and it makes you suffer throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, you feel sick to your stomach at the end.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie could be remade, and in a sense, in a more modern time, and it'd just be just as equally fucked up.
I do have to say, with age, I don't like watching the movies that make me feel sick as much anymore, but I still do. every now and then I sneak one in. Every now and then.
I mean,
it's harder now, though.
It's hard to stomach. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm not a big found footage fan either, so this was like a super hard category for me. But I did.
Oh my God, there is a surprise!
Hi.
Yeah, I'm just here to see why Sam has beef with Terminator. I'm gonna get to the bottom of that one.
Isaiah just scared the crap out of all of us, and then you guys just popped.
Yo, I was trying to figure out how to change the name.
We wanted to be funny with the name, yeah. We couldn't.
I wanted to put Kyle and Sarah Connor for the term. I wanted to come in like that, so just pretend I did.
Yeah,
that was great.
So funny.
No, I was like, it was hilarious because we were just talking about fucked up found footage is the category that we were on, and we were just talking about Megan is missing, and so we were talking about the dangers of internet stuff and everything, of strangers online, and then all of a sudden you guys like knock on the door. Oh, it was perfect timing.
We're not strangers. We're family here, man.
Exactly.
Actually, I recently upgraded my tier with Our Life in Horror's membership page, and I'm a whore now. I'm a gore whore.
Oh, a gore whore.
Yeah, I'm a gore whore.
You're a gore whore.
I wanted to watch.
Guys.
I wanted to watch the Spirit video, and they're like, "You got to be a whore to see this one." So I was like, "All right."
Only whores can watch.
Yeah.
Gore whore.
Well, do you guys have you met Mike before? Mike and Cereal?
I don't think we've officially met, but I do recognize.
Yeah, you look very
it's
familiar.
Very nice
I've seen you around, but it's nice to introduce myself.
Yeah,
and say what's
around.
Nice to see you guys. Yeah, I was like, I think I pop in chat when you guys are like on Our Life in Horror and stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
awesome. It's awesome to meet you.
I've seen the face, but now
Yes.
nice to hear the voice and talk to you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we were talking about fucked up found footage, but I changed it up a little bit, so I'll just tell you guys what we're doing. But I thought instead of you guys asking, because I already asked them what does sick mean to them, so we'll just ask you, what does sick mean to you when it comes to movies?
With me? With us?
Yes,
Go ahead,
Robbie,
Rob.
Kaylee, whoever wants to go first.
Oh gosh. Well, doing what, like, we review films and we recommend films all the time. So any film where I have to recommend it and then I have to add like a disclaimer, like, oh, check it out, but any film where I got to be like, dude, there's a lot of, so I don't know, dude, I think Last House on the Left, the original, for the time period that came out, like that's really fucked up. So yeah, so I That film's still hard to look at. I have to like look away certain times. Certain things get to me with that film. But yeah, films like that. Maybe the new Terrifier. Certain film, The Rat in the Throat. I was like,
Hey.
bro, I was like, no, but the whole film, I was like, give me more gore, give me more gore. And then I was like, but actually, in our theater, they had a warning sign.
Yeah, they had a disclaimer.
I never saw that before. We were walking in. It said, "Warning: This film contains gore." And walking out, I asked the theater manager what the sign was about. It was like a whatever. What is that called? Where they just show movies? They showed it on like a mystery movie watch.
Oh
day,
yeah.
And people left the theater all grossed out and stuff. So yeah, I would say like yeah, dude. Like
movies like that.
Yeah.
I thought When Evil Lurks was sick, and I'm really glad I watched it the one time, but I don't think I want to watch it again. I thought that was a pretty messed up, gross movie. Anything to do with like the possession stuff and the way that they portrayed that kind of thing, like when it's gross, like possession type stuff. I think that makes the movie pretty sick. So yeah,
I can't recommend it to my grandma.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I don't.
I hope not.
Any film like that, yeah, it's not. It's not for
great.
It's not for grandma. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
That's right. Get out of here, Grandma.
Yeah.
It's like get out of here. That's really good. Yeah, I forgot about the dog scene and when evil lurks. That's like a shocking moment, and then it's a sick moment because it's also kind of badass in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
but it is sick too because it's twisted and disgusting.
Yeah.
That was also one of the movies where it's like people were warning us because we saw it late, so they were like,
we watched it on Joe Bob.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Have you seen Evil Lurks, dude?" And
we hadn't.
They kept warning us about it too. So I was like, I try to be tough. Like I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. And then when I watch it, I'm like, oh, I guess not. No.
Well, that's fantastic. So since our guests are here, we're gonna pump the brakes on fucked up found footage for now. We'll come back to it. So Brendan, we'll start with you whenever we come back with that. But for now, we're gonna veer off into our game because I want our guests to play the game with us. And so I'm gonna switch the order of the games, and because that's what I decided to do.
Not it. I call not it.
You're going to be it. You're going to be one of them. So the game we're doing is called Survive This Shit. And so we're going to be given different scenarios. You're going to pick a number, and that number will correspond with your scenario to survive, and you will have to tell us how you would survive it. Okay. So let's start with our guests. We'll start with Kaylee. Will you pick a number between 1 and 5?
6.
Between 1 and 5.
Oh, 5.
So confident.
5.
With
I
it.
thought you said.
She's like, no, fuck this. I'm not surviving
You
shit.
lose. She lost.
For
She's
some
out.
reason, my brain interpreted the 1 through 5 as 1 through 10.
You fucked
That
up.
was great.
I
That
love
was
how
great.
enthusiastic it was too. You're like 6.
Yeah.
6, man.
Okay, 5 is good. 5.
That was great, Kaylee. She's like, see, yeah, that's how you got it. You figured out how to survive.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a random trap from Saw, from a Saw movie. Okay. So
Oh no.
the first question is, do you think you would survive it? And if so, how would you go about surviving it? The bone marrow trap in Saw 10.
What trap? I'm sorry.
What trap?
This is the trap where she has to cut off her leg or to get the bone and then suck the bone marrow out.
I would die. I don't think I could cut my own leg off even for survival.
She doesn't like to suck bones.
Yeah.
Doesn't that strike anyone else? I picked that one because I was like, that one to me just seems so one of those. Every now and then in Saw, you get one that just seems so extreme that it's like, how cutting off the leg is enough. Then she's got to jam the thing in there to suck out the bone marrow, or like, come on.
I would probably pass
my
out
legs
even
hurt.
just yeah.
Okay, well,
Are these all saw traps?
yeah.
Oh fuck.
We're all fucked.
All right, bye, Kaylee. It was nice knowing you. Rest
Yeah.
in peace. Rob, which number would you pick? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4.
Okay. Number 4 was
11
the Venus flytrap, which is whenever it's like a mouth, an open mouth like this, that could shut on his face, and he's got the key behind his eye.
Oh, like with the spikes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think you would survive?
Yeah, I got to rip my eyeball out and just be like a pirate.
Yeah, I would do it.
No, I would totally do it. I just have an eye patch and be like, "Y'all to me, matey." Yeah, it's better than losing like a limb. I have another eye.
I picked bad.
I love he's not traumatized by it in the least. He's like, I'll just become a pirate. Arr.
I love how Kaylee just gave up. She's like, "Fuck it, I'm dead."
I'm just being honest. I don't think I could cut my leg off.
Dude, you could have got like a pirate leg, like one of those wooden legs. We could have been like
we could have been a pirate. That pirate couple.
Yeah, that pirate couple.
Yeah, but you just quit on me. Yeah. Fuck.
Your new theme song. You can that pirate couple. Arr.
Arr.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Well, let's go to Mike. Which one do you want? 1, 2, or 3?
We'll go with 2.
Okay. Number 2 is the needle pit.
Oh. That one was like.
Of course, it had to be that one. Okay, so you have to jump in the pit of needles, and you have to find the key, or you have to find something.
Yeah, I think it was a key. Was that right?
It was for the antidote or something. It's part 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think I'm right. Yeah.
You got to find something.
Was there a time limit on this one?
It doesn't matter what you have to find. You have to find something.
Okay. Do you remember if there was a time limit on this one?
There
wasn't.
Sure there was.
There wasn't?
She was just in it. Yeah.
Okay. So
you got to dig like with your hands, bro, and be like.
So I think this might be the only one that I might be able to outsmart.
Ooh.
This is going to be the longest one, and I am going to hopefully have someone have my back and hold my legs while I individually pull out every syringe.
That's a good plan.
That would be boring, but if there's no time limit, that is what I'm doing.
Come on.
You can't have a leg.
John's giving you 1 minute tops to look through that thing.
Where are you going to find a leg lifter?
Well, maybe if I'm stuck in with all of you, one of you will be next enough to help.
I'll hold a leg.
No. Where did you go? It's like, come on. That one is like last
if
person survives or something. Yeah, I'll get
if
rid
I'm
of
thrown in, I guess I do survive. I'm just gonna be very scarred and traumatized coming out of it. Because I mean it sucks, but that's the one that you're capable of not dying in that one.
That's true.
Like, it's a lot easier not to die in that one, I think. So it just sucks.
Unless you get a dirty needle stabbed in you.
Oh.
Some of them are flat out rigged though, where I'm like, there was no way out of that. There were certain ones like that. Yeah.
When the one guy was in charge, yeah.
Yeah, like it's easier to survive if you're working with John on the side. Yeah. So maybe that's the secret to survival.
That's right.
Okay, let's go to Sam and Brendan. Brendan, or Sam, you could talk it amongst yourselves. 1 or 2. Which do you want?
I thought he picked 2.
1 or 3.
Oh, 3.
3.
Yeah.
3's my favorite number, and I was hoping no one would pick it.
There you go.
So I'll take 3. It's going to be the worst trap now.
All right, number 3 is angel wings.
Oh, I was gonna say you're probably gonna get the fucking angel wings too.
Which one is that? Is that the hooks?
It's whenever you're supposed to put your hands in the vat of acid to get the key, or you get your rib cage spread out. I think that it?
No. Yeah, but wasn't the wrist being cut at the time too? They were like reaching.
Oh, that was something else. Yeah,
that was a different one.
Yeah,
that one hurts me to think about. God damn.
I think I'm gonna become an angel.
You gotta think. After so long, you won't have any nerve endings in your hands.
But will my hands be functional?
Probably for a limited time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm such a
That's
little
hard.
bitch. I don't know. Like, how do I know in like a real survival moment, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, I'd try, but I don't know if I'd make the time in time.
Mhm.
So I don't think I would survive, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. I think my ribs
All
are getting
right.
torn out.
Why you ladies give up too easy, man? What's going on?
I'm just being honest, Rob.
I'm wearing like an eye patch, still going here.
All right. So, Brendan, what do you think you're left with?
I'm curious.
I'm probably stuck with the bear trap.
You got it. So, what do you say? Could you survive? Do you think you would survive the bear trap?
Is that
So this is just
this one?
Yeah, the reverse bear trap. That's just me cutting open somebody else, right? I'm good.
Yes, it's actually easy.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah.
You're
I just gotta kill
basically
somebody.
yeah, someone's and they're already like asleep or already dead or something. I don't know, but all she has to do is cut into some person who's there unconscious to retrieve the key. So Brendan actually got the easiest one. Good job.
With one, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surviving mine, no problem. And no damage.
Well, the thing is in your jaw a bit, isn't it? You'll have some damage from the trap.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just look like the Joker.
And I have some random survival questions for the whole panel to consider together. So here's the next survival question, and it's not saw related. Shark attack. Would you survive? Could you survive? What do you think?
I don't like the beach and don't go in the water. I'd be safe.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even like going outside. I don't like putting on shoes.
He wants to
Not-
go
But
shark diving.
in this scenario, you've been invited by a rich millionaire to come out to the island, and so you have to get onto his yacht, and you all come out there with all your friends from the Bitter panel, and you get caught, and the yacht breaks down in the middle of the ocean, and then you're surrounded by sharks. That's the situation.
It's multiple sharks.
Yeah, it's multiple sharks.
Did you say
And the
sharks?
yacht is sinking.
I guess honestly, like, you just have to remain calm, right? Is that basically the trick for most sharks is don't move?
I don't
No,
know.
am I wrong?
In Jaws,
Have I been lied to?
in Jaws, he was attacking the boat, dude. He was like eating the boat, literally. Like, I don't know.
Sharks are curious, so they'll probably take a nip at you no matter what. Because you are reminiscent of their food source. It depends on what type of shark too. Like if there's multiple sharks, they're probably bull sharks, so they're like full of testosterone. So they do like a lot of the attacks that you hear about. Like it's very rarely a great white shark. Just poke them in the eye basically, or hit them in the gills, and that's about all you can really do. And try to
It's
swim
like
the
the
shore.
Three Stooges.
I wonder what the stats are. Do most people survive shark attacks? Like, you know,
They
just
do.
like
They're so rare too. It's like
so.
yeah, but I'm just saying most people just have like a wound, right? And they're fine or something. But like,
yeah, it's like they're missing half their torso, but they're fine.
yeah, yeah. So I think we have good odds. I do.
Yeah.
I'm
So
a
Rob
swimmer.
Rob will have his eye patch. He'll have a big patch over his torso.
Oh wait, this is after the saw shit I've been through. I had a rough life, man.
But if they get your leg, you can get a peg leg to go with the
There
eye
you
patch.
go. Yeah.
That's
I'd be
right.
really a pirate.
I could take her leg because she gave up on the trap. I'll just
That's oh, there you go.
it's just laying there. I'll use it for something.
That's great. That's really good. Okay. Have any of you ever seen a shark in the water?
Probably at like
No.
the aquarium.
No, I've seen a dolphin.
Yeah, in the aquarium.
SeaWorld. I don't know if SeaWorld counts. Yeah.
That doesn't count. Come on.
Okay.
Have
Then
any of
probably
you
not.
ever been to the zoo? That's the question.
I've gone snorkeling in the ocean, but I never saw sharks. I saw like swordfish and I saw dolphins when I was on
Oh.
a catamaran, and I almost cried because it was so
Wait.
pretty.
Oh,
But
that sounds pretty.
If we saw a shark and we're still here, that means we survived.
That's right. So
Oh.
Actually, the question was pointless. I already answered my own question by asking it. That's right.
Technically, we survived it. Yeah.
That's right. Man, you're a shark attack survivor too, Robbie. I should have put that in your horror mosaic.
I'm unstoppable, man. I'm unstoppable. I don't know what else you have. I don't know what else you have written down, though, to be fair. I don't know.
Oh, we'll see. I told you all whenever we got here that I might get distracted by animals, so I'm trying very hard not to get distracted by sharks. But the next question is grizzly bear.
Oh, God.
No.
They're all big and shit.
Yeah, zero chance.
I don't know.
So, but the question is more of a horror survival question. It's a little more graphic, a little more detailed. So you've already been attacked. So it's
Like
more of a
backcountry
wilderness
stuff?
survival question. Yeah, you're out in the mountains, like you've gone hiking, you get attacked by a bear. Because I thought about this, it's kind of disturbing. I thought about it because I was reading this book about Alaska and this guy who got attacked by a bear out there, and he was like miles and miles away from the closest town, and it was the 1800s. So, you know, and anyway, the bear like slapped him on the back of the head and knocked his eyeball out. And then he just ripped his throat open and things, but he dumped a bunch of dirt into it. So it clogged it up and made it so he didn't die. And so he was able to like claw his way back to town. So the question is, after you've been attacked by a bear, do you think you could do that? Or is this another give up
It
your
sounds like
leg
a lot of
situation?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work, man.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I guess
Isaiah,
unless
man,
you're actually, I guess if you're in like a life or death situation, if your
like,
adrenaline's
the
going
adrenaline.
and there's a chance, maybe you'd be able to do it. You know, like that guy that you mentioned, like back in the day, if he was able to think of that, then I would assume that people could probably think of that now. So
I got the
maybe so.
Yeah, I got like the Rocky theme song in my head going, so I'm gonna go with it, man. Yo, Isaiah, you're sending us on like the worst vacations ever, man.
No, I was gonna say I don't think I probably would give up, to be honest, if it's a freaking bear, and I was already attacked, and I'm just suffering from the wounds. But I think I would die because I am not smart enough to come up with those things. I don't know enough about nature or anything medical related to survive an open wound. Because the minute you said he put dirt all over it, I would never think to do that. I didn't know you could do that. And then also, first of all, a bear can hit you on the back of your head with such force that your eye pops out. I can't move past that real fast. That
should be in a horror movie, honestly.
You're at least unconscious from that, though. The bear whacks you like that, you're at least out. You're out. You're already out. You got
and actually, I forgot.
It
was, and actually, he wasn't smart. I'm not giving him credit for the dirt thing. It was the bear that did it for him, because what happened was he hit him on the back of the head. The eyeball pops out. Of course, he was knocked out by that, and so he fell into the fire. But the bear was digging a hole to, I don't know, but he was digging a hole, and the dirt got caught in his neck, and it put the fire out. So that's how he survived.
This guy's alive?
Okay.
He's alive.
He's still alive. He's 300 years old.
Yeah. It was in the 1800s.
Oh, I forgot that part of it. I was thinking
he's a vampire.
He needs a podcast. This guy's awesome.
Immortal.
I want to see him on YouTube or some shit.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah.
I would be dead.
You'd be dead. Brendan, do you think you could survive that?
I don't know. It's
Come on, you're Canadian. You deal with this all the time, right?
I also know how deadly grizzly bears are and what kind of damage they can do. It's not a very easily survivable thing. I'm gonna vote no, and I think. Are you talking about the story from The Revenant or whatever that DiCaprio was in?
I'm sure that's a similar story. I'm not sure what the origin story is for that one. Maybe it is the word part of that origin story. He gets attacked by a bear
and then crawls back. So if you guys want to see it, there's that.
Yeah, that's a great bear attack scene, and he takes refuge inside the carcass of a horse or something like that. But that was real. Yeah,
I don't even want to survive at that point.
Bear attacks.
If I have to take shelter in a carcass.
Backcountry with the bear attack, it scarred me.
Ooh.
I've never seen that one. We have to check that one out.
Backcountry.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I literally
Oh,
rewatched
really?
the scene again the next day just to see if it would be therapy, and it's so bad.
Oh,
That's a rough one. Yeah.
I don't know if I would survive. I don't know. I get like weirded out about these medical things with like my diabetes. Like my insulin pump will probably get ripped off in the process. I'm like adrenaline's going, my blood sugar's gonna spike. I'll probably go into a diabetic coma before I can even have a chance to crawl back to town.
Yeah. It's really hard to know, like in these extreme situations, and that one was even more extreme than normal. But it's just like when the adrenaline kicks in, I think you're capable of anything, and that's what some of these survival movies teach us. And that's like we were talking about Inside before the two of you got here, and I think that's definitely one of those survival instincts kicking in movies. The next survival situation is Lost in the Australian outback.
ooh.
Kangaroo.
Are we gonna run into that guy from Wolf Creek?
I was gonna say, is Mick Taylor there?
Is it like kangaroos and stuff?
No, remember that movie? You know what I'm talking about?
What's in the outback? We gotta be careful.
The spiders.
Everything.
Like everything, right?
Yeah.
There's like
Everything in Australia, even
Yeah.
not the outback, and the outback's worse than the big cities.
Mhm.
like
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately say nope, and I'm not even gonna try to survive.
dude.
I will
Yeah.
actually probably more. If I get stuck out there, I think I'm more likely to myself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Michael gives up.
Yeah.
I've seen too many things of what can kill you and hurt you in Australia, and even a damn common caterpillar can send you into paralysis. I know
Ooh.
that's a no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the bugs.
There's all
yeah,
kinds of
ugh.
poisonous bugs and stuff.
Yeah, scorpions. Ugh.
No, I survived Georgia with Kaylee though. We lived down
There's
south for a
big
while.
bugs down
Yeah.
there. But
There is. Yeah, it's wild down there, bro. But
Alligators, giant
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
yes, true. We have all that.
dude, there's bugs the size of dogs down there. It's nuts. But yeah, I think the heat too. The heat.
like in the Beavis
The
and
heat would
Butthead
probably
movie, they're
kill
like
you.
the sun sucks
Yeah,
when they're
the
stuck
sun
in the
sucks.
desert.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if I would survive.
Yeah, the elements. If the animals and the insects don't get you, I think the elements would.
Yeah,
You know. So
I think-
I
Yeah.
don't know if I would be. I don't know if I could survive that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a 7-Eleven or
It's-
something around?
It's like I don't know. All I know is that it's like extremely vast and extremely remote and really easy to get lost out there as well.
Ooh.
So like I was watching do you remember that show 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yes.
Did you ever
Spike
watch
TV.
that?
Spike TV.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there was an episode where this old man was going out with his metal detector, and he was just like boop 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 doop, and then he was like, "Whoa, shit! Where did I go?"
No.
And he just got lost for like a month or something.
Oh.
You know, he survived, but it's brutal. It's just crazy.
Well, if an old man could do it, I think we can do it. I think we're good.
Yeah, that's right. You're a pirate. Just locate the North Star, and then that'll take you home.
There you go.
But Mick Taylor would not be possible to survive. You could survive a kangaroo. That would be you'd take a few punches. But Mick Taylor, you might not make it out with your
No.
dick intact, at least.
Oh. That movie's messed up.
Oh, yeah. I only saw that a couple times. That wasn't out there movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Okay. Well, any final things you want to say about survival? And then we're gonna go. Actually, we're gonna go back to found footage and then talk about survival movies. But for Robbie and Kaylee, yes.
I'm just happy to be alive, man.
Yeah. I'm happy to have my leg.
Yeah.
Yes, we're so happy you survived the extreme test that I gave you today.
You put me in some weird scenarios there, man.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. It was really fun to
course,
have
man.
you pop in for a little bit. And I hope you all have a great Sunday evening.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
too. It was so nice to see everybody.
I love what you did with our
Yeah.
mosaic episode.
yes.
Was awesome, dude.
Yeah, thank you so
I
much.
love,
That
I
was
love,
awesome.
I love how you edited it. It came out great. I thought it came out
Oh,
great.
thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
dude.
much. All right. See you all later.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. So that was surprise.
exciting.
Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, me
When I heard
too.
that doom, I'm like, did someone literally just jump in here?
Yes, okay. Well, so we did one of the games. So let's go. We'll talk about survival as well, but let's go finish found footage first, and then we'll move on to that. But Brenda, you were talking about found footage.
Yes.
What do you find fucked?
I had a really hard time. This was the category that stumped me the most. I'm not a huge fan of found footage, so for something that was sick, the only thing I could think of was the Possession of Michael King.
Good one.
Which is a body horror film. You slowly watch this guy deteriorate as he's being possessed by a demonic entity.
I didn't watch that with you, did I?
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yep.
I don't remember.
Oh, I need to watch this. That sounds really good.
Yeah. And honestly, that is messed up. That is sick because seeing his transformation, like I can remember, I visualize how he looks, and the fact that he like put a lot of his body through that for the movie is crazy.
Possession of what?
Wow.
Michael King.
I'm
What do you
gonna
mean
look
by
that
that?
up
Like-
later and see if it
Well,
jogs memory.
I guess it might be a spoiler.
It's been a long time since we watched it. I know that. I know Sam was disappointed in it when we watched it. She just wrote it down to rewatch it. So-
I wasn't gonna rewatch it. I was gonna look it up to see if it reminds me of what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If I was disappointed in it, I'm not gonna rewatch it.
I like the slow body horror transformation sequences and stuff in movies. So there's gonna be a lot of that on my lists.
Okay.
That's great. Okay. Any other found footage? I have a few. Oh, I mean, Mike, we're saving you for last on this one. Any others from Sam and Brendan?
Nope, that was it for me.
Oh, I'll just bring up the Poughkeepsie tapes. That movie.
Oh yeah.
I watched when I was living in Brampton in a basement apartment, and I was scared to go out of my. I had to go out the backyard to get out of my apartment, and I was too scared to go out that night because I was scared that someone was going to be there to take me to their basement. It's just like I don't know, the images of like the girls with the wrap around their head and everything. It's just so scary.
Ooh, that's intense. And the one of the most effective things about that is, of course, like the aftermath of it. So you see the psychological toll that it took on this woman who experienced this. And to me, that's one of the most terrifying aspects of this movie and the most visceral aspects of this movie. And I think it shows a genius way to use found footage, which is like a lot of like you don't see her. You do see her slowly becoming that, but then a lot of time passes and then you see like this is what she's become in the end. And so you can use the fact that you don't have a lot of resources to build some really strong psychological impact. Okay. What do you want to say about Poughkeepsie tapes? Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna rewatch it soon. It's been on my rewatch list because we watched it and I didn't find it as effective that time, but it's been a few years. So I'm gonna try it again with all the lights off on the big screen with the surround sound and see what happens.
Yeah. Ooh,
I
that's
miss
good.
the days when the Poughkeepsie tapes was the most disturbing found footage film that I've seen. Now it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
even scratch the surface. And
Oh, I
wish
can't wait for your list.
Yay. All right. We've got to
I got a
Mike
pen
now.
ready.
Yes. Yes. So Mike, take it away.
Okay, so the first movie, and this is not one that I'm going to really recommend because it's not going to be for everyone, but I got good ones that I will recommend. But this movie came out last year, 2024. It is an extremely micro-budget movie. It costs $4 to make. Not a lot happens, and what I mean when I say that is literally nothing happens throughout the entire movie, but that's kind of what makes it so disturbing. It is also very reminiscent to if you've seen or heard of Looky Lou, which has been coming up more recently because it's now on Found TV. This came out first. and they're very similar. And this is the less polished version of Looky Lou. They are using like a old hand cam. Like the footage is terrible. You hear the terrible sounds. He did nothing to like polish this movie up at all. But because it's so micro budget and you're watching this man stalk someone throughout the entire movie, you start to feel gross yourself, because it starts to feel at some point, because it's so gritty, so grainy, it feels like you're actually watching something real, that you're like, is this a snuff? Did I get snuck into a snuff film? And as the viewer, and this isn't going to be for everyone, the way I felt it was, I felt so drawn into this movie that I felt like I was the person stalking the person that we're watching, and it started to feel gross. Now, again, unfortunately,
there you go. That's perfect.
This is where I don't recommend the movie. Is you're getting this reaction out of me. It didn't nail the ending didn't land the way I wish it would have, but I still felt the effect of the movie. This movie's called New Folder. It's on YouTube. Okay. Again, you may watch it and you might not think anything of what I said. You might not get that. But some people have. I've seen some really cool reviews of people basically saying the same thing I did. You feel very in this movie. It's not just like, oh, I'm watching a movie. You feel in the movie. And it becomes kind of gross because you're like, again, we're stalking someone. And it was just a very uncomfortable movie. And that's what made it sick for me.
Ooh, nice.
But on that, Looky Lou is more polished, and there's actually stuff happening. So you definitely watch that one if you're looking to be more entertained, if you weren't entertained by New Folder. But for really, really fucked up type shit, similar to the Poughkeepsie tapes, I cannot not talk about Be My Cat, a film for Anne.
Oh, yeah.
That movie was a very gross feeling movie too. Again, when you're dealing with found footage, it's very easy to get sucked in because it's low budget to micro budget. The acting's not always that great, so sometimes it feels like, hey, these are real people. And that movie just got bizarre. It got creepy, and then it got, again, you start to feel gross. And then a movie that really took it there that I was able to watch, because there's other movies that I won't watch, and I will say because they are sick shit in the way that I don't want to watch, is stuff like Cannibal Holocaust. I won't watch it because I wanted to watch it until I found out that there was actual cruelty to animals. I don't want to watch that. That's sick in a way that I don't want to be a part of. But then there's also movies like August Underground, and the Guinea Pig tapes, which it's just shock value for shock value's sake. And they go above and beyond. And there's a movie that borderlines that for me, and it's called The John Perkins Tape. It also came out last year. It's very low budget and it's gross. And the scene that stood out to me, and FYI, this was around the time I was working in downtown Chicago, so I was taking public transit. I made the mistake of watching this on my phone in public. So I'm sure whoever was watching me watch this movie was like, this guy needs to be on a list somewhere. What is wrong with him? So
I haven't watched this. I need to add this to my list.
And mind you, I'm watching this in public. There is a woman in a cage, and she's like battered and bruised, and this guy's like beating the cage, and then he's peeing on the cage on her, and it's just really depraved, and it's basically, this is more of the, like, you're supposed to be watching a snuff film, so it's a serial killer and his tapes of what he does to people, and very effective. Borderline a little too much, but yeah, that's a movie that is 100% sick, and this is sick and depraved, and who thought of this and why did they think of this? And in a similar vein, but I don't think as rough around the edges, because this one still feels like a movie. Sorgoy Prokov, also known as a descent.
My European
My European Nightmare, A Descent into
Nightmare,
Madness,
Descent
or
into
something like
Madness.
that.
Yeah. That was on my list too, Mike. That's a great movie.
That movie is messed up. That movie to me, like, it goes, Be My Cat, or no, actually it goes Poughkeepsie Tapes, Be My Cat, Sorgoy Prokov. Like, when you get into more, wow, this is getting worse and worse. And then there's a scene, something that's sick to me in a sick, gross way is feces.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that in horror. And this movie has a unique little scene with feces. So that's these to me are some of the most disturbing, sick found footage. And then there is a movie for the gore factor and what they were able to do. There's a movie called Reel, Reel.
I saw that one.
I think I saw that too. Let me see.
I had some issues with that movie. I need to rewatch it to see if what I think happens in that movie happens. But towards the end, they are torturing someone, and that torture scene is brutal. I was cringing. I couldn't look away, but I wanted to look away. But they just did such a great job at doing this scene that I was in the moment watching, but I really wish I wasn't.
Wow. Okay. I just put that on my watch list. I've been really into found footage this year. I've always been into found footage, but not as much as I have been this year. And part of that's thanks to Mike, I think, because Mike's so good at selling a movie. Now, Mike is also sometimes Mike really knocks it out of the park, and sometimes I'm like, what the fuck, Mike? But I love his passion no matter what.
When it comes to found footage, I like a lot. And so it is the same. Like, I do hear people go, no, I really trusted you because these 5 movies were good, but what was this 6th movie? And I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I swing for the fences with my recs, and they don't always go where they need to with people.
But you find something to love about it, and also because like you are passionate about the craft of filmmaking too, so you understand, like you learn about how the movies are made, and you understand like that whenever you learn about how movies are made, I feel like that makes you like it better too. So I think there's something in there. But any other found footage recommendations? Or maybe not recommendations, but call outs.
No, I had August Underground written down too. I watched the first 2 back in my early 20s, and man, I used to get excited to watch fucked up shit, and now I'm like, it's like borderline just like not entertaining for me now. Like I don't know, it takes me a lot for me to get into that kind of stuff now, because I'm like, well, I've seen that kind of stuff, so it's like I need some more story maybe, or I don't know. I even tried to put Looky Loo on the other day, and I put 2 minutes on, and then I was like, I'm gonna watch Thanksgiving for the 1000th time. But I gotta give Looky Loo a shot.
It's intense.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and actually it's like I found it almost soothing in a lot of parts, like the ritual that he's going through. It's very disarming because it lulls you into a sense of like of a routine, but then whenever he breaks the routine, it's extremely jarring, and it's really effective. Like you don't expect it to be as the violent moments that happen in that movie. You don't really see a lot of it, but it's super effective somehow. I just love that movie. But Sorgoy Prokov is so fucked up, and it's truly a descent. And that's like I was talking about with Poughkeepsie Tapes, where you see this person's descent over time, and that's my favorite type of found footage nightmare, because it does have that realness, and someone's filming their own descent. And this guy deserves an Academy Award for acting, and I'm dead serious, because the way that he just transforms, and a lot of it's done off camera too, because like you miss a lot of what happens, and then you put the pieces together later, and it's just so. I think his acting is really amazing in that movie, and you don't expect it at all. And what else did I have for found footage? Anything? We talked about hate crime. Of course, I was hoping someone would put Cannibal Holocaust on there because it's one of those things where it's like, this is like the epitome of sick in terms of that is so disgusting and despicable. That's like where it transcends the narrative aspect of being sick and goes into the filmmaking aspect of it. The production itself is sick. And I understand that the director tries to like come up with excuses, or he tried to, he's dead now, and explain it in lots of contradictory ways over the years. So my feeling is he just did it and then backtracked on it later and wanted to not accept responsibility. But yeah, I think that's probably the sickest as far as that goes. I did watch it, and I got no value out of watching it. So, did anyone else? Did you guys see Cannibal Holocaust, Sam or Brenda?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, I have it sitting over there too, and I can't believe I didn't remember it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, just never got around to it.
Mm-hmm.
Question: do you know? Because I know what you guys are going to be doing at some point. Is that one of the Video Nasty movies?
Oh,
was it a Video Nasty?
No.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't a Video Nasty.
Yeah, I don't remember, and I've looked at that list a bunch of times now because we're starting that segment and didn't continue it. We got to get back on that. I know.
When you guys talked about that, I was like, that sounds really cool. I want to like get into that and go through that list too. But I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh crap, does that mean I have to watch Cannibal Holocaust?
Yeah,
it's on the list.
It is.
Get back into that segment in September.
Yeah, we will.
I already know our next movie. I want to watch what is it? Midnight Train Murders or whatever?
The Midnight Train Murders.
It's supposed to be like last
I
house
want to
on the
watch
left
that too.
on a train.
And then we just
that was on my
April.
list ever since Transportation Terror.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.